Alright, an iMovie tutorial has been requested, so I am no expert by any means, but I do know a few things that I've picked up along the way. So first thing you would want to do obviously is open iMovie, which is the purple star down at the bottom of your toolbar here. Should open up this screen and you can create either a movie or a trailer. Now a trailer is going to have a lot of stuff already done for you. So like let's say I pick this theme, and when it pops up, there are all the credits that you can just fill in. Here's the storyboard. You can just drag and drop pictures or videos in these small spots. It gives you a list of all of them so you can drop them in a little bit easier. But so let's just play. I didn't drop anything in, but let's just see how much is already there when you don't even do anything with a trailer. Okay, so we don't have to watch the whole thing, but you see it has a ton of stuff already done for you. And while that is fun, it is not good for tutorials, which is mostly what we as Jamberry consultants will be doing. So I would choose to create a movie instead. And you can also choose themes here. And usually if you choose a theme in the movie section, it just adds a little something to the beginning and a little something to the end. And the middle is pretty much just the movie or the video that you have shot. But I most of the time choose no theme, or let's do modern theme because it's pretty simple. Alright, so we've chosen modern theme, and now we need to add in our video. We need to import up here. So you can import pictures or video. And I believe I put one on the desktop that was, this one is a removal video. So I would just select this and I would drag it down to our storyboard here. And you can see that this transition popped up, and this opening title popped up. That's because I chose that modern theme. If I wouldn't have chosen a theme, then it would have just added this video and nothing else. So pretty much when you choose a theme in the movie screen, the movie section, it just opens your movie. See how this is transitioning, and it's giving me a title, and then it watches the movie, and then it transitions, fades out. So that's pretty cool. All right, I'm going to show you how to add these titles. So first of all, this one they already added, and I don't really want my movie to be called My Movie 1. So I would just double click on this and I would put gentle removal method. Alright, now if I don't want this to look like that, like maybe I want to change the font or the color, I can hit this adjust screen up here. And you can change a whole lot of things. But if you chose a theme, your parameters are already set. It chose that font and that color to match your theme. If you don't want those things to remain solid or stay intact, then you can choose to undo your theme, which usually if you just try to add a title of your own somewhere, click on titles down here. If I just pick some random title and drag it onto my storyboard here, it's going to tell me automatic titles and transitions are turned on. That means the theme that you chose automatically puts titles and transitions. As you add clips to your movie, iMovie automatically inserts titles and transitions. To add your own, you must turn this feature off. It will not take away the things that have already been added. So I choose to turn it off, and that way I can add my own if I want to. So I'm going to delete that because I didn't really want that title there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete it, and I'm going to add my own title. So I'm over here on the title screen, and I can add, maybe I want it to say this instead, and I will say Jamberry gentle removal. Alright, and let's say I want it to be pink and purple because that's kind of our colors. So I'll change it to pink, and then I'll highlight this top one, and see here's the little color box. change it to a purplish color. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to hit the back button to see what our beginning looks like. Here comes our title. And then it's gone. Alright, so if I wanted to, partway through this, add any kind of words, I would go to this title screen and I could add it. And you'll have to play around with the different effects. Some slide in, some come in from different corners. And if you go over these titles, it'll show you, like this one comes from the top and the bottom. This one slides in from the side. This one as well. This one is like a scrolling list. This one kind of separates. So let's just say I wanted to put one of those at a particular point in my movie, and then I would play with it. I would play and make sure it's exactly where I wanted it. Again, you can select that title and double click on it and change the words to "this is a title," and you're done. That will now appear at that point in the video. Alright, if you want to add music, if you look down here in the content library, I would go to sound effects, and again, play with this, figure out what exactly you're going for. That sounds pretty good. So let's go with roller derby and drag it down below your video. And then you're going to want to drag it another one right beside it just to make sure you have constant music. Oh, I just turned it up. Alright. Alright. Now, when you have music, watch this. Look how I'm trying to speak in this video, and then also the music is really loud. You can't really hear anything I'm trying to say. So if you hover over this music clip that you just added, you see these double arrows. Click and then pull it down. That will put your music volume much lower. Do it to all your clips. Okay. And then now watch and listen and see how much better you can hear. My voice in this clip is actually really, really small or low. So there is a way to enhance your audio. I think it might be here. Yeah. Okay, so lower volume of other clips and then maybe make mine bigger. Let's see if that works.
I'm going to heat up any kind of oil. I'm using
so I lowered that one too much.
For about 30 seconds in the microwave.
There's our title.
I'm going to dip my jamberry finger.
Okay, that moving this to 400% did make my voice show up a little bit more, but we can't really hear our music.
And I'm going to work the stick underneath.
There we go. That sounds a little bit better.
Alright,
so that's how you would add music. Transitions, if you have different clips that you're piecing together. So let's say I'm going to go ahead and right click here and split this clip. Let's say I wanted a slide to be in between there, or a picture or some kind of a title. I can go to my title page and I can drag a title there. And you see how it scoots it in between, and I can say, what's next? Delete that. Alright, and so that'll be a simple title. And then right here where you have these black bars, you can put a transition so that it's not so abrupt. It doesn't go from video straight to title, straight to video again. I'll let you watch that and see the difference. So this is without a transition. See how it abruptly just went from one to the other? Abruptly going back. Alright, so we can add a transition there. We can do the fade to black on this one and the mosaic squares on this one. Now watch it and see how much nicer it looks. Faded to black, mosaic squares. Okay? So see how much more professional that makes it look when you add your transitions. Now you want to make sure there's no gap in your music here. Because then you will have silence. Alright. Pretty much. I'm going to move that. Well. Gonna move that music to end with our video. Everything else here you would just kind of play with. It's just a matter of learning your transitions, figuring out your titles. Okay, the one thing I do want to show you, if you'll notice in some of my videos I have like arrows and things pointing to certain pictures in the video. And the way I did that, it's a little bit complicated, but I'll show you. If you just open any picture, so let me go to my Jamberry file. If you open any picture, all right, and then you go to edit and select all and just delete it. I don't really want the picture itself. I just want this screen, this photo editing screen. All right, and so what I want to do now is I want to create over here, and I'm going to choose this line because I want an arrow. Okay, so let's say that's our arrow, and you can make it thicker or thinner, whatever you want. So let's say that's our arrow. We'll do it like that. That'll be fine. All right, so then this is now an edited image. It's going to save it like this. I'm going to save it as arrow, and we will save it on our desktop so we can find it. All right, so I can close this, and we're back to our iMovie. And all right, since we saved our arrow over here on the desktop, I can actually just click and drag it. You want to put it on top, up here, over your clip rather than directly on top of it. So let's put it just right here, and you'll see a huge arrow appears. The first thing you want to do is change this drop-down box here to picture in picture, and that allows you to move it around and put it where you want it. Another thing you might want to do is click on the crop icon here, and something that iMovie automatically does when you insert a picture in a picture is it uses the Ken Burns effect, which is kind of like a fade or a movement, and you don't really want your arrow to be moving. We want it to kind of stay in one spot and point to something for us. So if you just kind of match those boxes up, it will move it from this place to this place, which is, it'll be still. So that's good. All right, and then if you want to, your arrow is pointing downward and to the right. If you want to change that and downward to the left, again, change this box to where they match up. If you wanted to switch it right here, again, change these boxes to where they match up, whichever way you choose, and then hit the check mark. All right, so there's our arrow, and now if I'm clicking on the icon, I can move this anywhere I want, and I can actually make it bigger or smaller or anywhere like that. So there is my arrow, and then I can also add a title. If I want to go to my title screen and click this one, I can put that on top of this arrow picture as well. So we have all these things going on in this one section of the video, and I can put here, use flosser stick. Oh, not sick. Stick. All right. All right, so now let's go ahead and watch our video and see all the different things we added.
Alright girls, I'm going to show you how to remove your Jamberry nails with the gentle removal process. So first, I'm going to heat up any kind of oil.
Alright, here comes our other title that we inserted.
For about 30 seconds in the microwave. I'm going to dip my Jamberry fingers.
You can hear our music lightly playing in the background. Right here it looks like it gets louder. We might want to fix that. Yeah. Alright, here's our inserted clip.
And I'm going to work the stick underneath the nail.
And here comes our arrow, our picture in picture.
Gently back and forth. You want to let the oil deactivate.
And then the last thing is our transition when we're done. The end. Let me know if you have any questions.